What's up everybody, you're very welcome along to Friday Night's Late Night Agenda. I'm your host Craig and of course this is the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. How are we? I see lots of people in the chat already. Guys, I am buzzing ahead of the Reds. Return to action tomorrow against Crystal Palace at Anfield. We have a lot to get through tonight, guys. We'll talk about the team selection. We'll talk about the injuries or the lack of injuries for Jurgen Klopp. We'll talk about the transfer market. We'll talk about other fixtures. We'll talk about goddamn everything. How are we? I'm over the moon to be in here with you guys. I finally got some medication for my sinus infection and I'm sort of a little bit human at this point. I'm nearly feeling human. We don't need to buy me an alarm clock, Peter. I'm a diva. Divas are always late, my friend. Now, do you know what? It's just so funny. I thought I'd scheduled the stream for 10:15 and then I looked and realised it was 10:10. I was sitting here all along just reading something, ready to go. So yeah, that's my bad. Whoopsies for me. But what else we got? Craig, you beautiful ball legend. Thank you, Revenite. Great to have you in, pal. Great to have everybody in. I hope you're all keeping well on this fine Friday evening. Love you too, Revenite, mate. Love you too. Bossy Hyo's in. How are we? Austin is in. Hello to everybody. Lalu is in. Guys, look, we've a lot to get through tomorrow, but let's start off with a little bit of good news. It seems that Jurgen Klopp has let us know that Trent Alexander-Arnold may actually be available for tomorrow's game. Now, it's touch and go at this point, but you know, Klopp hasn't ruled him out. He said it'll go right to the wire with him, but he is, at this moment in time, not ruled out for the game. So even if he doesn't start tomorrow, and to be honest, I'm not expecting him to, it's a good sign that he may not be out. Well, he definitely won't be out for the prolonged period that we thought he might have been. What was it, 2 to 4 weeks at one point? So yeah, some good news on that front. As I said, I don't expect him to play tomorrow personally. I'll go through my guess of the team in a few minutes, but that is some good news today. Watch Speroni have a masterclass, said Azzy. Who's the guy? Who is it playing in there for them tomorrow? Is it Speroni? I know that the keeper that they're playing tomorrow is supposed to be like 40 years of age or something. The oldest player in the Premier League, something crazy like that. He'll be spending his time picking balls out of the top corner. So, you know, best of luck to him. What else have we got? My brother is playing Fortnite. He's addicted, said Lenny. My son plays it as well, mate. I don't see the appeal of it, I have to say. Maybe it's just me. As I said, maybe I'm getting old. Craig, lad, what do you know? Jay, not very much, mate. I mean, just in life in general, we can take that as a rule that I don't really know much about anything. I have a little few bits and pieces for you tonight, though. I am buzzing ahead of this game tomorrow. Now, with the watch-along tomorrow, I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my best to make sure that I'm on here for a watch-along. I'm hoping to be on. It'll be 15 minutes before we kick off, to be honest, so about 2:45. The reason I say that is I don't want to commit to it. I want to make, well, I will commit to it, but I want to make sure that I have a decent way of watching the game, shall we say, because I don't want to be letting you guys down. I don't want to be scrambling around at the time. So I'm fairly sure, I'm 99% sure that we will be here for a watch along tomorrow at 2:45. So I hope you can join us for that one. Lots to get through tonight. First things first, let's try and get that subscriber number over 7,400 tonight. We're only a few away. So look, if you're watching, welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a lovely Friday. I hope you've got a great weekend ahead. Please do hit that subscribe button, guys. And you know by now, I always ask you wonderful people to drop a like on the stream as well. Rocking Under Armour today I am. Rocking a bit of Under Armour. No Adidas today, no Nike today. Went old school with a bit of Under Armour. My prediction's a comfortable 2-0 win with Salah getting a double, said Everton sucks Liverpool for the win. Any news about our defensive situation? Yes, Mohammed. As I said, Trent looks like he's touch and go. He might be available. Matip, we know, is available. I'm just going to quickly flick through my notes in case there's anything else. So speaking on Trent, Klopp said, the whole world saw what happened to Trent. What a boy. Unbelievable to play that game. And afterwards we got the information that he had pain. Nothing happened to him during the game. It was just what happened before. Adrenaline is obviously an interesting thing. It gives you an opportunity to do a bit more than you would expect. We'll see. For sure, he's really close for Saturday. I don't want to close any doors before anybody tells me to close them. So there you go. Very, very close for Trent Alexander-Arnold, which no matter what happens tomorrow, whether he plays or not, that's really, really good news because we were expecting him to be out for a few more weeks. What a trooper he is. What a young man. Jersey Boy with a super chat, mate. I did not expect you to send that, but thank you. As promised by text. I haven't got a chance to read the text, buddy, but thank you. Every single super chat at this point, every single penny is going towards the camera. I've picked myself out the camera that I wanted to buy. Yeah, so I'm all set to go. I need to raise about about 670 euro, give or take, to get the package that I need to get to stop myself from having the issues I had last night. I'm going to start saving my little bald ass off, and I hope to get it as soon as possible. But thank you, Jersey boy, for that, mate. What else have we got? Please do the watch along. I'm planning on doing it, Mossy. I'm absolutely planning on doing it, mate. Do you think United will get top 4? It's going to be very close, DJ. I mean, if you asked me that a couple of weeks ago, pal, I would have said not a hope in hell. But they have really put together a run of results. With Spurs now falling back into that race, with Arsenal dropping points left, right and centre. I think what are they, 5 or 6 away from the top 4? So you'd have to give them a 50-50 chance at this point. It's certainly better than a few weeks ago. Are you a United fan, DJ? I can't really see from your logo, buddy. Are you a Liverpool fan? But either way, I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Feel a bit better, just got to take it day by day, but thanks Paul Turner. Louis, mate, I hope you are feeling well. What is it? Everybody's sick at the moment. Poor Connor is absolutely dying. I mean, he really is. I mean, he's got man flu par excellence. I mean, it really is bad stuff. I'm just getting over a sinus infection. I finally got some medication for it today, so I'm hoping that'll kick in the next day or two. But yeah, there's definitely something going around. Who are we going to... I'll blame Connor on it. We always blame Connor on it. Let's blame him on the flu as well. Glad you can donate to your streams now. It's been a while since I was here, said Azzy. Thank you, mate. Yeah, it was a great bit of news for us that we were able to do that. Yeah, it's made a world of difference to us. It's given us the possibility, as you said, to bring in some money to the channel and to help us push on, which, you know, is great news. Honestly, I think Fortnite's boring. Don't see why everyone thinks it's so fun, said Origi. Again, mate, I'm just too old for this stuff. I mean, just too old. Will you be able to get the game on Sky Sports Ireland? No, not tomorrow, Jay. They're showing the United game actually this week on Sky Sports Ireland. So if you're a United fan, then there you go. You'll be able to watch it. I think I have it sorted out. I just, you know me. I like to be a man of my word when I come on and say I'm going to do something. So 99% I will be here tomorrow. But whatever happens, if the worst comes to the worst, there will be a review show straight after the game. So that's happening whether I'm on for the watch along or not. There's going to be a post-match review straight after the game. And you know that you're going to get your late night agenda tomorrow night as well. Because, you know, it's a day. As always, guys. I'm going to the game, said Jude Mullen. Have an absolute ball, my friend. Have an absolute ball. I hope you get to see a wonderful Reds performance. I hope you get to see a whole half full of goals from Mo Salah and the boys. But most importantly, mate, I hope they get 3 points. Craig, who would you like to sign from Barcelona for free? It's not going to be Coutinho if that's the answer you're hoping for. I take Dembele, actually. I take Dembele. I would say Messi. Messi's the easy, obvious answer, but I'm thinking long term here. I'd probably take Dembele and hope that Klopp can rein him in and, you know, stop him being a bit of a dickhead, which he's been at times. Such a big 3 points at stake tomorrow, said David. We need to keep the pressure on City. Mate, the beauty of this is that they are the ones under pressure. We're at the top of the table. They're the ones that can't afford any type of a slip up at all. I don't know, I like the position we're in, David. I understand where you're coming from. It'll be nice to get 3 points on the board before they play, but we're in a pretty good position. I love being top of the league. There's something just beautiful. I mean, you get to have that little swagger in your walk, a little bit of arrogance as you're bopping along the street, giving it all the hey, ha, how are you? Top of the league, whoop whoop. Actually, nobody walks down the street like that, but I think you get where I'm coming from. Even in the bathroom, you know, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, top of the league. Right. Well, right, Craig, you've embarrassed yourself enough now, dickhead. Let's get on with the stream. Liverpool have a £61 million bid rejected by Benfica for their attacking midfielder. How is it, João Felix? The bid was set to make the Portuguese playmaker Liverpool's third most expensive signing ever. I call bullshit on that, Louis. I absolutely call bullshit on that. I know you're just passing on the transfer rumour, buddy, as always, and I love you for it, but yeah, there's no way. That's absolute nonsense. What will you make as these do blah 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 blah. Sorry, just trying to read through some of your comments. Palace have good pace and match winners down the wings, but hopefully we can control the game and give them few opportunities. Yes, they're a good side, Luke. To be fair, when you've got Zaha in there, Townsend, who, you know, he's a bit of a strange old player as Andros Townsend, but he's capable of changing the game as well. We've got to give them respect, but at the same time, our home record is phenomenal. We're in a really, really, really good run of form. Let's just take out the FA Cup loss. The only real loss we've had there is a loss away to the Premier League champions, and as we all know, it was the width of a post from being a draw. So we're not too bad. We're not too bad. I'm only going positive tonight. I'm only going positive. I've been seeing that everywhere. I don't even know who that player is, Craig. I've no idea, Louis. No idea. And I did a good search today for transfer news for Liverpool and stuff like that, and that never came up once when I was looking, mate, I have to say. Kieran, how are you, sir? Great to have you in as well. You looking forward to United's game tomorrow? Hey Craig, did you hear about the Portuguese tabloid saying Liverpool tabled a 70 million quid bid for, we just went through that one, for 19-year-old João Felix, and Benfica rejected it? Yeah, do you know what? Do you see Benfica rejecting 70 million quid? Because I don't, if I'm being honest. I don't know, mate. I really would find it hard to believe Liverpool are throwing down 70 million quid for a 19-year-old that none of us have heard of. It just sounds a little bit too far-fetched for me. Do you live stream Liverpool games? Yes, Mark, I do, but we don't show any of the content of the games. I do just a watch along of the game, some alternative commentary, a little bit of chat, some match reaction, and some fun along the way. Right, guys, we've got to do it tonight. We've got to get that little number there over 7,400, and then tomorrow we can hope to push on to 7.5k, which means we're 3/4 of the way then towards hitting our season's target, which is 10,000 subscribers. So if any of you geniuses out there are watching, you beautiful, wonderful people, please do hit that subscribe button, help us take that number along. I think we have a few United fans in tonight as well. As long as you guys come in peace, you're very welcome. Right, some more of your comments. I've got so much to get through on my list as well, but you know what? Your comments are always more interesting than the stuff I have to say, so let's see. United fan, here's the DJ O'Regan. How are you, sir? United are 6 points behind Chelsea, said Mohammed. Trent must be some fella. I think a lot of modern day pros will cry off. He must be so into what Jurgen and the club are doing. Yeah, I love him. I love him, Graham. As you said, you've nailed it there, mate. He must be hard as nails. He must be so focused, determined. I love him. I absolutely love Trent. I cannot wait to see that young man and his career progress, and hopefully we get to see him for the next 7, 8, 9 years at Liverpool Football Club, and hopefully he'll have the captain's armband one day as well. Having flu is no excuse for this goatee you're sporting. Fuck you, it's a thing of beauty. Fuck you, it's a thing of beauty, Jay. I know me and you have some banter back and forth, mate, but nah, it's a thing of beauty. It's the nearest thing I'll ever get to growing a grizzly beard, trust me, because I can't go any further. What else have we got? Nice one today, Craig. Benfica rejects 70 million pound offer for Wonder Kid that none of us have ever heard of. So what? If this turns out to be true, wow! Because everybody's saying that Liverpool are not putting in bids for anybody. Any journalist that I've read, anyone on the Liverpool patch hadn't got a sniff of this one. So if it's true, it'll be very, very interesting. Do we need another midfielder? Is this guy an attacking midfielder? Because I have to say, I've never heard of the gentleman before you guys start mentioning him here. Gary Richards is in. Gary, how are you, my friend? Oh, by the way, like and subscribe to ASAP. 3 points on the way tomorrow. Super Craig's on. I was trying not to go all Chinese or Japanese there and be racist, because I pulled myself back a bit. Evening, Craig. Sorry I missed the last few streams. I was thinking of an idea. Could you do a special stream for the Sean Cox Foundation for the Man United game on February 24th? Just an idea. I was talking about something similar to this, Tom, with Connor lately. And I think, as much as I would happily do it, I mean, don't get me wrong, I would happily do it. My fear and my worry would be that we're not quite big enough yet to get any type of money together for that, or get enough people in to really donate to it, if I'm being honest. For us, of course, it would be absolutely no problem whatsoever. Connor, we were trying to do something in and around the game as well, the one in April that's going to be April the 12th. We're going to go to it, of course, but we were trying to do something in and around it. I just don't know if we're a big enough channel to get the type of numbers that we'd need to make it something worthwhile. But again, never say never, so let us keep our heads together and we'll keep thinking about this one. Do you think we need to change captaincy at the end of the season? As long as Hendo's captain, mate, as long as he's at the club, I honestly believe that he'll be captain. He signed a new contract recently enough in the last year or so. I don't see the captain's armband going anywhere. Now, of course, you could have the situation next season where Jordan Henderson simply isn't in the starting 11 every week. And even at that, I still think he'd remain club captain, but you'll probably see Van Dijk stepping up. I reckon next season, depending on what happens with Milner, Van Dijk will be vice captain at the very least, I would suggest. Loads of people asking about the 70 million offer. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I have to be honest, haven't got a clue. Anybody who does have any more information, anybody who's had a little Google search of this gentleman or watched a few videos of him, of course we'd love to know your thoughts on him. How are you going to watch it? I can't tell you how I'm going to watch the game, Origi, I'm afraid. I can't, because I don't want to break any rules on here, nor do I want to get anybody into any trouble, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to plead the fifth in answer to that one. What's this 70 million quid offer? Ooh, so many people. Do you have any soft spot for a team apart from Liverpool, says Mohammed? Yes, Barcelona. A massive, massive soft spot for Barcelona. Until they come and fuck over Liverpool for a player. But other than that, yes, I've been my whole life, actually longer than I've supported Liverpool, if the truth be known. But I don't have any real ties to them like I would to Liverpool. Like soft spot, if you're talking about an English team, Newcastle. I'd have a soft spot for Newcastle because I think I can relate to their fans. They're a great bunch. Back their managers. I just think, yeah, Newcastle probably. Really love these live streams every day without fail. You're creating a great community, said Craig. Craig, you nailed it, mate. It's a community, and that's what we're trying to do here. Exactly as you've said. I try and be consistent. Maybe some nights are better than others. I have to be honest about that one because I'm a normal bloke. I come on here, and some days I'm having a good day, some days I'm having a bad day. But I always try and come on because it makes my day, it makes my evening to come on here and be able to chat to people like yourself, Craig. It feels weird saying that, by the way, one Craig to another. But yeah, it's brilliant, and we are blessed that we're putting together what I think is a fantastic community as well of Reds here. But this is only the start. We're hoping to move this along, and we're hoping to make this the go-to of Liverpool fans around the world who aren't perhaps able to get to as many matches as they want, or that live on the other side of the world. This is what we want to do here. We want to give everybody a voice. We want to give everybody the right to come in, share their thoughts, free from being ridiculed or free from being mocked, anything like that. A safe, fun environment for fans, whether you're a fan for a month or you're a fan for 40 years. We want everybody to come in here. As I said all along, you look at the likes of Redman TV and you look at the Anfield Wrap. Absolutely amazing, stunning stuff, fantastic content from both sets of people, but they have the patch covered, don't they? They have the match day reactions covered. They're at the games. And they do it all so brilliantly. Absolutely, I tip my hat to all of them. Love what they do. For us though, we could be that overseas voice, that distant fan's voice to an extent. And that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to give everybody a chance to share their thoughts. I want to do more interactive shows. I want to get you guys more involved in what we do. We're trying to get people to send us videos at the end of every game now, different supporters clubs around the world, and just get everybody to share their thoughts because it is a community. Apologies if that was a little bit of a waffle, Craig, but I just wanted to answer your question. Mohammed, thank you very much, sir, for the super chat. Really, really, really kind of you. What else we got? Sorry I'm late. Sparked a discussion on Facebook with locals about domestic abuse. That's over my head, buddy. I like this channel. Has helped me able to show people the way and how Craig helps people with his kind words. That's really nice of you, mate. Thank you. I can be a prick as well. Let's be fair. I've had my moments on here. I can be a narky old so and so, but I try to be fair as much as I can. But like everyone else in the chat, I have good days and I have bad days. I always try and apologise though if I feel I'm being over the top. Did any of you hear the pub in Ireland fined $5,000 for streaming the United game? Apparently Sky hired a private investigator. It would not surprise me at all, mate. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know the exact figures, but I know that to have Sky or BT or those type of things in a pub, it's fucking expensive. It is expensive. I mean, it puts what we pay at home in the halfpenny place. Like it really is expensive. But still, yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? If you're struggling like that, I mean, yeah, you can understand. I can understand everybody's point on this one. I can understand Sky's point. I can understand the pub's point. I can understand the people who have to enforce the rules. It's a tough situation, but football should. It's sad that football isn't a game for everybody anymore. That football isn't, accessible to everyone. Putting it behind paywalls and stuff, I think for me is it's putting a barrier between fans and football, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. But unfortunately, I think that's the world we live in now. Right, guys, on this, actually, there was something I wanted to say. We haven't done a giveaway in a while, and we were speaking to our friends at Score Draw today, and we're delighted to announce that we're going to be giving away any Score Draw retro shirt or any Score Draw retro jacket. And if you want to enter this competition, it's only available on our other 2 social media platforms. It's not available on here. We're giving it away on the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, and we're giving it away on Instagram. Kev will probably put a link in now in a second to the Instagram account. If you're on Instagram, it's just Anfield Agenda. Really simple to search. And if you're on Twitter, it's the same. It's at Anfield Agenda. Pin tweet on the Twitter account. Go over there, have a look. It's really easy. All you have to do is retweet the tweet. Make sure you're following at Score Draw on ourselves. And we'll have a discount code for you guys on Monday as well. The competition's going to run until the end of the month. And then we'll pick a winner and give away that shirt or that tracky top, whatever they want. But thank you again to our friends at scoredraw.com for all the help. They've been really good to us this season, and I love working with them. Really good bunch of guys. I think we've given away three or four shirts already from Score Draw. I own loads of them myself, by the way. I absolutely love their products. So again, I have a nice discount code. I think it's a 10% off code for you guys on Monday. Danny just has to go back into the office and regenerate a new code for us. But yeah, I'll have one for you on Monday. So if you're like me, you like Score Draw stuff, you'll be able to get yourself a bit of a discount and free delivery as well on anything over 50 quid. So once again, check out the 2 accounts, Anfield Agenda Instagram, Anfield Agenda Twitter, pin tweet on Twitter, and it's really easy to you can enter on both, give yourself 2 chances to win. And again, once again, thank you so much to our friends at scoredraw.com for the continued support of the channel. They've been with us right from the very start, to be fair. They've been looking after us for a long time, and we will never forget it. I love the guys. Thank you so much for your help. Apparently we have to pay 104 million for that Benfica kid. Yeah, yeah, that ain't happening for, what is he, a 19-year-old? No, I can't see that happening, mate. I honestly can't. But I don't know him, so he could be the next fucking Cristiano Ronaldo for all I know. Mossy, any crack, Craig? Not very much, mate, not very much, but I hope you're all keeping well. Hats off to Liverpool, best team in the Premier League so far this season, said Anthony Peters, and that's from Pep, actually. Well, I mean, fair is fair. We are top of the league for a reason, and it's beautiful. Are we looking to sign Zaha? Said Dylan Wilson. I don't believe so, mate, but I've said for a while that if Liverpool ever did sign Wilfried Zaha, I wouldn't object, not at all. I think he's a fantastic footballer. The United move came a little bit too early in his career, but no, I wouldn't have any problem whatsoever with Liverpool signing Wilfried Zaha. I think he's a tremendous footballer. Palace are a team that can cause upsets, said Ben. That's just because they beat Man City, though, isn't it? Have I forgotten this? There's somebody else here. Is it just because they beat Man City that people are a little bit worried? Because we had this around Wolves in the league as well. People were worried going into that game. I can't see anything tomorrow but a Liverpool win, if I'm being very honest, and with respect to Crystal Palace. The fact that we're at home plays into it a lot for me. The fact that our record is so good there. The fact that we know we can't afford to drop points. We've got our front 3. I'm feeling a win, guys. I'm feeling a win by 2 or 3 goals tomorrow. Right now, a reserve player for Accrington Stanley would probably cost 100 million, said Origi. Probably. If he's English, 110, because you've got to pay that little English tax. Huddersfield to win, said Imran. Save 70 million and get Wilson back, said David Davies. Huddersfield are awful. Yeah, look, Huddersfield aren't going to do anything there, to be fair. They've got no manager. The players are probably all over the place. Yeah, I can't expect anything other than a very, very easy win for Manchester City in that game. Every time we win, I punch the air a few times. Now I go whoop whoop. You have to go whoop whoop up the motherfucking Reds, don't you, Dave? Whoop whoop! Up the motherfucking Reds. The relief after every single 3 points for me, Dave, is it's like somebody's was sitting on my chest and then jumped up. Craig, try newsnow.co.uk for LFC news. I've seen that one. I keep seeing it when I'm searching AS Empire, but I've never actually clicked into it. What's this I'm seeing on Facebook about Phil in the United shirt? I've no idea, but I'm calling bullshit on it, and I'm calling bullshit on it again and again and again. He's not going to Manchester United. It's most probably photoshopped, although I haven't seen it, so I can't say for sure. Are you related to Gary McAllister? I wish I was. I fucking wish I was. I wouldn't mind having LG Mac as a relative. No, I'm not, unfortunately. Nor do I have his talent. Okay, some more of your wonderful comments. What have we got? I have a soft spot for Fulham, said Jersey Boy. We're only one, by the way, away from 7,400 guys. So if there's anybody out there that hasn't subscribed, if you can help us out on that one, that would be brilliant. Baldy McDonough out here. Okay. Craig, for that money, you'd have to get this kid in the first team. And what message is that given to the other top young talents coming through? It's a fair point, Dan. And again, this isn't like a Kylian Mbappe or somebody that we'd all known about. If you're talking about dropping 70 million plus on a kid that I'm assuming most of us haven't heard of, it would be a massive gamble. But what I will say is they've earned, whoever Liverpool signed, whoever the transfer committee, if you want to call them that, or Barry Hunter recommends to Jurgen Klopp, and if they pull the trigger, I think they've earned the benefit of the doubt from us at this point, because the transfers so far have been spot on. Bring back Cash, she was class. Yes, I love Cash. As you know, Cash is a wonderful, wonderful lady, but a busy, busy lady as well. She's studying for journalism at the minute as well. As you know, she's very close to becoming a barrister, and she's doing a few other bits and pieces. She's just a very busy lady, and this is all in between her trying to carve a career for herself as a stand-up comic as well. I mean, where she gets the hours from, Chris, I do not know, but I'm always in awe of her. She's a force of nature, is Cash, and yes, I'm sure we'll have her on at some point. Craig, no, done that already. I have a soft spot for a soft spot? What's a soft spot? I have a soft spot, said O-Dog, for Newcastle and Huddersfield. I'll have an even bigger soft spot for them if they beat Manchester City on Sunday. Anyone know if Mick Lester are meant to be buying tickets from him? Not me, Neil, personally, mate. Maybe somebody in here does, but I can't give you an answer on that one. Kieran, unfortunately, we're not giving out any more spanners at the minute, buddy, unless... Did I tell you to come back to me? I can't remember. But at the minute, we're just not giving any out because we've got so many. Can you still buy Mo Salah running down the wing scarf at Anfield? Yes, I'd imagine so. Kev, thank you so much, mate. There's the link for Instagram if anybody wants to jump over and give it a follow. You said I can have it next stream. There you go. If I did say it and I thought I'd remembered it, then I'm a man of my word, sir. There you go. Done, Kieran. And thank you for reminding me. I remember I did say to somebody to remind me. I just didn't remember if it was definitely you or not. But you did, and I have, so thank you, mate. Right, let's see what I have. I have a few more bits and pieces to go through. Transfers. Somebody mentioned yesterday and the day before, and I think the day before that, and then I think I even mentioned it last week, about this defender from Porto. Is it Eder Militao? Again, excuse me if I've mispronounced his name. He's been linked to us, he's been linked to Real Madrid, he's been linked to Manchester United, he's been linked to lots and lots of others. He's a right back apparently by trade, been very good for Porto this summer. They signed him for just 4 fucking million from Sao Paulo last year. 4 million. And he has a release clause of 50 million euro. From what I've read, Real Madrid are very close to pulling the trigger on that deal. 50 million release clause. Apparently if they can't get that done, then they do have their eye Real Madrid on somebody else who they'd let go for small money. I think they can get him back at like 6 million euro or 8 million euro, something like that. So this kid has a lot of people looking at him. Ferno, I think, mentioned him to me a few times. I think I mentioned him at the very start of the window as well. I think at the time I'd said £42.5 million, which is about 50 million euro, which is his release clause. That goes up in the summer, I believe, to 75 or something like that. So if people want to get him, now is the time to get him. I don't know if we're going to pull the trigger, but Real Madrid are linked as well. Guys, I wish I had more information on this for you. I just think people are struggling in this window. If you're a journalist or if you're a media outlet, there isn't much going on. It hasn't been the busiest window in the world, so I think they're clutching at straws a lot of the time. Alpha G said, I still can't believe Liverpool are winning the league. I believe it, mate. It's fucking true. Oh, look at me, I'm ignoring the trolls and all. I'm so proud of myself. I see the United crest. I seen this message was deleted, so I had a little click on it just to have a read. I was so tempted to answer, but I remembered my promise. No more dealing with trolls for me. Zaha will be perfect backup for the front three. He can play in all 3 positions, said O-Dog. Kieran Aaron said João Felix is decent on FIFA Manager 19 or Football Manager, 19, but never seen him play. Mohamed Ibrahim said hopefully Liverpool can win it this season. It's the next 5 games, mate. The next 5 games will tell us a lot. I'd be happy to give away a £10 voucher for the Liverpool shop at Anfield. For what, Scotty? I don't understand what you mean, mate. If you're talking about the Sean Cox thing, then it wouldn't really benefit anybody, if you get me, mate, because the money has to go to the foundation. So what would happen there with the voucher is you'd have to sell the voucher, and nobody's going to buy the voucher for £10, if you get me. So as much as it's a kind gesture, it wouldn't really benefit. A new spanner, welcome to the club, said Tom. Craig, last week you said you get your best Liverpool 11 ever for today. Mate, I forgot. I'm sorry, I completely forgot. I've been struggling, as I said, with a sinus infection. Let me have a quick bash at it and see if I can. Pepe Reina, Rob Jones, Carragher, Jockey. I'll have to come back to left back. I'm struggling there. Steven Gerrard, Graham Souness. Who else am I playing in that midfield? John Barnes, Kenny Dalglish, Robbie Fowler. Who else am I going to play out there? Luis Suarez. There you go. That's a guess at my best 11 there. Don't even ask me for. I was going, I think, 4-3-3. I think it was 4-3-3 in my head. So yeah, just to go through it again. Pepe Reina, Rob Jones, Jamie Carragher. Although look, if you ask me this next year, I'm probably putting Van Dijk in there. Jockey, left back. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about left back at all, to be honest. I'll go Robbo. Fuck it. I'll go Robbo. If it's the best I've seen, then I'm going Robbo. I know he's only here a while. Midfield, Steven Gerrard, Graham Souness, John Barnes, then Kenny Dalglish, Robbie Fowler, and Luis Suarez. That's my guess. Well, can't be a guess. It's my best 11, but yeah, I don't think much would change in there. Maybe have McManaman on the bench. Few others as well, of course. Who else am I missing? I'm not missing out on some more top players. Yeah, it'd be a tough one. It's a really tough one. It's definitely open for debate. I understand why Benfica rejected it. He's a proper talent, said Lenny. I don't know what Benfica's financial situation is actually. I'd be lying if I said I know what their ownership is like, or how much money they have, or if they're struggling, or if they need to sell. Fabinho is a tank on FIFA. By far the most used player in the game, said Odog. Sami Hyypiä would be in mind, said Tom. Yeah, Sami Hyypiä. I mean, if you're talking about pound for pound value for money, you're not going to get much better than Sami Hyypiä. I mean, absolutely. Who was it we signed him for? It wasn't Groningen, was it? It was Willem Twee or somebody like that in Holland we signed him from. Suarez over Owen any day, absolutely. Michael Owen wasn't even in the thought in my head, not even in the conversation for me. I really dislike that guy. Sami Hyypiä all day, said Origi. Is Hoover going to get a pro contract? How much is he getting now? I don't know how much he's getting now, Dave. I'd be lying if I told you, mate. Yes, I'm sure he will get a deal, but I don't know how much it'll be for. I know Liverpool have a cap on what they pay younger players. I can't remember for the life of me what that is. It might be something like 250k a year maximum, but that's a guess. That's just something I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. Mark Lawrenson was just a little bit before my time, John. I didn't really see too much of him, to be honest. I caught the tail end of Dalglish, but I don't remember much of Laro. Also hard not to get Jim Beglin in there as well. I know Jim didn't have as long a career as he should have had because of injury, but fantastic defender as well. Imagine Fabio Aurelio's skill and crossing with Robbo's body and commitment. Jesus Christ, that would be some player. Recessionizer. That would be some player. Craig, it's me, Kirby. How are we? Different account. Loving life though. Loving life. Markovic was supposed to be Benfica young talent. Remember that. True. And we also, on Markovic, a lot of people seem to forget, we also had to pay Chelsea off when we bought Markovic because they had first refusal on him. On the outs front, actually, while we're talking about Markovic, he's the only real one I'm seeing linked with a move away from the club. We spoke yesterday about some vague interest from the Chinese Super League in him. Nobody has yet pulled the trigger. Nobody's put in an offer. He's on about 50 grand a week at Liverpool. He's got 6 months left to run on his contract. Will he run it down? Will somebody come in? I mean, I don't think the club even want money at this point. I think they just want to move him on. Did you watch the Gillette ad? I did, yes, the ref, and I did actually. And I didn't just watch the ad. I watched the ad, I read some opinion pieces on it, and I tried to form an opinion on the ad, and I tried to be fair, because you know your gut instinct sometimes is just to shout things down and go, oh, fucking ridiculous ad, making a joke of men. My honest opinion on the ad is this, and it's probably not the detailed answer that you want, but if I'm going to buy razors and you're trying to sell me the fucking razors, then try and sell me the fucking razors. Try and sell me the razors and tell me how good the damn razors are. I don't want to be given life advice by someone that's trying to sell me something. That's the only problem I have with the ad. I don't want moral or social advice from Gillette. I want to be told how they can cram another blade into their razors, or why I'm now using 7 blades instead of 5. Other than that, I don't really want any fucking life advice. Thank you very much from Gillette. I understand the ad. I understand what they wanted to achieve with the ad. I've looked a little bit deeper as to who made the ad and stuff like that as well, and the company and the people that were involved in the making of the ad. I would lean towards being more angry than not angry, but not angry enough that I'd get up off my arse and do anything about it, if I'm being honest. I just think it's tough to know. The whole point of this fucking ad could have been to get them attention. And if that's the point of the ad, then my God, they've got their money's worth, haven't they? Because this has been talked about an awful lot. People are worrying about perhaps Gillette losing, maybe someone estimated about 8 or 10% revenue over the next quarter from this. I don't know about that at all. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. They tried to do a nice thing, I think. Maybe the execution of it wasn't the greatest, but I'm not as angry as a lot of people seem to be. I also don't like to be told what to do by a fucking razor company. Nor do I know anybody who's as much of an arsehole as the people they're trying to portray in the ads. I mean, I have no friends that are like that at all. None. Never have. When are you going to move to America? As soon as I can find a job, as soon as I can find health insurance for that job, then I'm gone. That's it. That's the only thing stopping me. If I can find a job in America that provides the family with health insurance, I'm out of here, and we're all out of here. It's as simple as that. But I want to make sure I get the right job. I'm hoping something's going to fall in my lap as well, if I'm being honest. I seen something the other day that I might want to move towards. I don't want to give away what it is because I don't want anyone nicking my idea, but there's something happened in the past week that I think I might try and make a play for. Yeah, but look, if you're out there, if you're watching this and you've got a radio station or you've got any type of entertainment job in the States and you're looking to bring over an overweight bald Irish idiot, then I'm your man. Hit me up. Yeah, I can promise you I'm cheap. All I want is health insurance and get the family into the country, and good to go. Is the match not on TV? Nope, unfortunately it isn't, buddy. It's yeah, it's not on TV. The United match is on Sky Sports Ireland tomorrow, but yeah, Liverpool sadly isn't on. It's a publicity stunt, said Sean, but it's making news. Everything is about social politics nowadays. Literally everything has an agenda. I mean, yeah, I don't need to be woke, put it that way. I mean, I know what a dickhead is and what a dickhead isn't. I know how to treat women and how not to treat women. I don't need to be told that. I got good parenting growing up about how people, not just women, how people should be treated. The one part of it that I agree with is, yeah, we should speak up. If people's acting like a dickhead, we should speak up. But I've said that to you guys before about inside football stadiums. If you see people, you know, shouting things they shouldn't be, stand up and tell them to shut the fuck up. Don't be afraid to. We have to self-police at times as well. Oh, by the way, a day or two ago, somebody mentioned Lallana to Rangers. Stevie in his press conference said it's rubbish. I don't remember anybody. I might have missed it, John, but I don't really remember that conversation. The Revenite has put the link to the Discord group in as well. If anybody wants to click on that, it's good fun. I like the Discord group. I haven't been in a while, but it's good fun. Why is a shaving company making controversial adverts? It's just a fucking razor. Exactly. Is the match on TV? No, done that one. What's this about Gillette? They made a really, what's proved to be a controversial adly. You know the Gillette phrase is the best a man can get. That's the phrase they've been using for 30 years. Well, they've slightly tweaked that for the new age. Just have a Google of it, mate. It'll pop up quick enough. My friend is hiring, Craig. The requirements are a bald Irish idiot. Then I'm your man. I don't even need to send a CV, mate. Just take a screenshot of me and send it. There you go. Here we go. One bald Irish idiot reporting for duty, sir. Apparently Trent and Genie may be fit for tomorrow. Would you risk them? No. Wasim, I wouldn't. Certainly not Trent. Genie I'm not too sure of, but Trent I would rather see him get the rest and not take a chance. I mean, if there's any worry or bruising around the ligament in his knee or whatever, best give him the time off and just let him get some rest. Craig, I wish you and your family the best of luck if you emigrate. Thank you, Tony. I'm not just going to rush it though, mate. That's the thing. If we're going to do this, we're changing our entire life. So I've got a son with autism. I've got to make sure that his needs will be met as well. It's never been about income for me or anything like that. It's about life experience. And I know I want to live in a warm climate. And America's top of the list, of course, because I love it over there. It's a wonderful place. It can be scary at times as well, but I love it, and I'm going to try and move heaven and earth to get my family over there because it's what we all want. But as you guys know, health insurance in America is not cheap. Raised like a gem, mate. Proper old school training, said Anne. Absolutely. Do nothing wrong, wooden spoon across the arse. Simple as that. You know you're done wrong. Now look, if you don't hit your children, that's, you know, I'm not saying yes or no on that one. It was different back then. What else? Was selling Coutinho the greatest business Liverpool have ever done? Said YouTube. No, I would say selling Fernando Torres was probably up there with it, because I think it was the really right time to get rid of Torres from his progression as a footballer, particularly in the Premier League. But it was an awful lot of money, and he wasn't worth 140 million, Coutinho, when he sold them. Source of the João Felix rumours, Portuguese newspaper Correio de Mana, reporting via TalkSport that the Reds made a move for the 19-year-old wonder kid, but have failed in their approach. There you go, let's just wait and see. Florida is a dreamland. I love it, mate. Florida or Texas is the aim for the family. Why don't you apply to work at the Tyson Ranch in Cali and grow all the cannabis we are out there from? Because I've no idea about hydroponics or anything like that, pal. Not a clue. I'm watching you on my smart TV. Nice. Few people actually do that. It amazed me. Some people have sent me screenshots before of them watching us on their 55-inch or the 60-inch TV, and fuck me, I look scary that big. I mean, even on my little screen here, I look scary. So I imagine my big bald ass on your TV screen would not be great. Niall, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining us. Mark made some good points about it as well, Craig. The advert shows men intervening, and as a former policeman, he said this could cause many potential crimes of people approaching people. Look, again, yes, there's plenty of conversations to be had around the ad, good and bad, but at the same time, what the fuck is a razor company trying to preach to us for? Just, you know, tell us about the razors and shut the fuck up. That's pretty much where I am. I wonder will Victoria's Secret do the same as Gillette? Look, again, there you go. I understand. I mean, I can understand why men are upset. I can understand why women would say to men, no need to be upset. I can understand why some other men would say, what's all the fuss about? Yeah, it's one of those things. It depends how you perceive the ad. Perception, as Rod keeps mentioning to us, perception is important in how you view all of these things. Come to Australia, said Chris. I would, mate. Again, same story. Need to make sure I have a proper job sorted out. But that's a big move to Australia. I mean, America, even though it's a really far way away, it just feels like it's doable to come home for a while if needs be. Australia, And I've had some offers, believe it or not, Chris, to go to Australia. Even some potential offers of employment. I just don't know. I don't know enough about Australia. I've been to America enough times to feel comfortable. Australia would be better. Would it not be much more laid back way of life than the US? Said John. Maybe, but if I'm being honest, I want a career in media. I want this to lead somewhere, and I don't want Anfield Agenda to lead somewhere, because this isn't what I want to make money from. But I want this to be a segue for me in life. I want to better myself, and if I can try and force my way into a career in media, in radio, in digital radio, in anything, in new media, then I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. I feel like you just need to keep pushing yourself in life, don't you? And you need to keep trying every day. I'm 37 years of age. I may be too old, but it's my dream, and I want to try and do it. And I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep trying. Craig, when you move to America, will you still watch Liverpool? Yes, and I'll still run Anfield Agenda as well. I mean, whatever happens, wherever I move or may not move to, this is not changing. This is for keeps. You guys aren't getting rid of me. We're a community on here. Sterling was a bigger loss than Coutinho, said Will. LFC_5 said, I couldn't live in America. It's too fake for me, especially LA. It's full of absolute fame obsessed freaks. Also, the new channels over there are over the top. It's beyond cringy. I wouldn't live in LA, to be fair. I wouldn't go over that side of the country. That's yeah, I couldn't put up with LA either, I don't think. We're rumoured to want somebody for 20 million. Who might that be? Skeleton Mate? I haven't seen any, unless you have a name for me perhaps. Speroni's either going to have a mare or the game of his life, said Anthony Peters. Let's hope for a mare. Let's hope that's the one. Craig, did you see the Leeds Twitter account and Pizza Hut Twitter engaging in some banter? I'm not on Twitter, Niall, so no, unfortunately, mate, I haven't seen it. But I like when that happens. I like when there's a bit of fun. You've seen Wanted Down Under. The TV show from BBC, is that it? Or have I missed something? I've seen some TV show, but no, maybe I've got it wrong. Get in touch with Neil Atkinson, see if you can get on the rap. No interest whatsoever. I've gone on the Ampere app to work. None. I want to Liverpool wise, this is my thing, Jay, and this will always be my thing. If I want to have a career in media, it doesn't have to be around Liverpool. This is my Liverpool thing. I love this. I love the people here. I love the people we've got in our chat. Yeah, and I don't want to. Yeah, I just don't know. It's the honest answer. As much as I love and I'm a fan of the Anfield rap, and I would happily go on and do a show someday, or come on for a segment or something, no problem. But I don't want to work for anybody else. If I'm going to work around Liverpool, buddy, it's going to be this and for me. But I don't want to make a living from this. It's not the plan to make a living from this. Put it that way. Galway Bay FM are hiring, no warm weather, said Dave. I've had a couple of approaches from radio actually over the past year, believe it or not. One paid, one intern towards being paid, said no to both of them. The good thing about the States, mate, is if you're watching footy and you're 1-0 down, you might get interrupted with a car chase. Fair enough. Look on Indeed for jobs. I live at the beach in North Carolina. It seems to be where everybody posts jobs. Thank you very much. Pondon Soccer, I appreciate that. What if we played 12-30 games? Wouldn't it be like 7 a.m. in America? Yeah, but I'm a night owl, mate, so I'd probably still be just, on the verge of going to bed at that time anyway. I'll get you a job on Neighbours. I could be Toadie's long lost brother. Wouldn't surprise me if Zaha turns up for your game. He was terrible versus us. He can show up, mate. I mean, even if Palace are at their best, we should be still good enough to beat them, and we're at home. So if we were away, I'd be a lot more worried about this game. We've got a lot of Irish in the US. Yeah, there is an awful lot. And it's my dream. I'm not going to lie. America is definitely my dream. I've fell in love with the place over the past 5 or 6 years, gone over there, particularly Florida. But I think Florida and Texas are the two states in America that will most suit our family. Yeah, look, I don't want to go over there and make millions. I want to improve my mental health and my mental health is infinitely better in a warm climate. And I want to give my family an outdoor life. I'm willing to work my fucking ass off to do that, as many hours as I can. Just like any father, I suppose. You're just trying to make the best out of your life. You live once, and Ireland's a beautiful, wonderful place. I was privileged to be raised here, but you know, you only live once and all that. Australia, the cost of living is scandalous. Don't go there. £6 for a tin of links. Lad, that's it. No links, Africa. I'm fucked then. What about moving to Liverpool? Nah, there'd be no point. It's purely a climate thing, mate, the move. Me and Sterling are both of Jamaican descent. There you go. I couldn't imagine Craig not talking about Liverpool. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I'm quite opinionated on a lot of things, mate. And if there's one thing I'm comfortable doing, it is talking. Madly enough. This channel will make you famous. That's the thing though, Sean. I've never wanted this channel to be a cash cow. I just wanted to reach people. That's all I've ever wanted for this channel, is to get as many people to watch and interact and help, if possible, along the way. And yes, look, running a channel does cost some money, but it's not a whole lot of money. As I said earlier on, I'm trying to save up about €670 now to buy this camera. And you know, the channel probably won't give me that money, to be fair. And when you're probably talking 4 or 5 months, so I'll probably just whack it on the credit card and go from there. But I'm happy to make those little sacrifices because I love doing this. I love coming on here and talking to you guys every night, and I want to make sure that I can do it as well as I can. I want to make sure that everything is clear and audible for you guys. I want to make sure that your comments are read out, and I'm already trying to think ahead to when the channel grows and what can I do to make sure that I can still get through as many comments as possible. And I'm working on something for that as well. I live in Liverpool, but I've lived in about 5 different cities. Alright, Baldy, how's things? Tickety boo, Sean. Tickety boo, my friend. Weston McKenna, yes, I spoke about him last night, Skeleton. He's the guy that plays for Schalke. American young guy, can play in defence and in midfield. I think he's been capped 7 times by the US national team. That's all I know about him, if I'm being honest. Somebody said they'd watch them. I think it was an American gentleman said he'd watch them and rates them quite highly. Quote from Joshua Kimmich. They've everything speed, technique. They're strong fighters. Yeah, he knows. He knows what's coming. Sean Anthony's going 3-0 tomorrow for the Reds. What's your thoughts on Robbo's contract? I'm over the moon, Niall. Absolutely over the moon. He deserves it. I keep saying it. We basically swapped Kevin Stewart for what is one of the best left backs now in Europe. He's tied to the club till 2024 if rumours, are to be believed. Brilliant. And from all intents and purposes, it was a very easy contract to make. He said he was happy with the deal. The club said they were happy to give it to him, and it was all nice and straightforward. And that is what you want to hear. I absolutely fucking love Andy Robertson. I'm so proud to have him at the club. I hope he's here for the next 7 or 8 years. What is he, 24 years of age? So he's got a good few years ahead of him, and fingers crossed there at Liverpool, and he keeps getting better and better. Love him. Never mind Anfield rap, you should get on Soccer AM, gem of a host. Yeah, you see, that would be a bit of me now. Something like that would definitely be a bit of me. I always said that I think there's a gap in the marketplace as well for a late night football show. You know, a football show where you can speak like this, like we speak on here, or we use language and we talk about things. Of course, you'd have to be careful that you're not going to cross any lines with regards to being sued or anything like that. But yeah, I think there's a gap in the marketplace for a late night football show, a proper one. And I've so many ideas about that over the years, so many. Ever try and get any guests in? Yeah, I've no problem getting guests on, mate. We will have Leicester City Football Club Boya on after the Leicester game. He's going to come on and give us a reaction to the game. I'm going to go onto his channel beforehand as well for a preview show, I think next week. May do something again with Mr. Goldbridge around the next United games. And yeah, that's definitely something we're going to do. We're going to try and interact more with opposition fan bases and maybe do some previews and reaction shows with other channels. Origi said, it's honestly getting annoying how we're being linked with every player. It's what happens when you're at the top, pal. Enjoy it. I am. I'm fucking loving it. So happy we're top of the league. Tickety boo, Craig. Tickety boo, said Jersey boy. Thank you, pal. Oh yes, I've seen a couple of people mention Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Yeah, this is where the bad news comes in, I'm afraid, people. It seems Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain could be back towards the end of the season, April-ish maybe. But Ryan Brewster won't be playing this season. Jurgen Klopp has been speaking today, and I want to just get you the comments on it, because I don't want to get it wrong, so bear with me. He said Jurgen Klopp doesn't expect Ryan Brewster to be available again until pre-season, but remains hopeful Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain could feature in the current campaign. It's probably not the news we're all hoping for around young Ryan Brewster, but he's got a long career ahead of him, and we probably thought, like, originally we'd heard Christmas, then it was pushed back a little bit, and now it looks like we won't get to see him this season in the first team. It looks like he's just fighting his way back. He had a couple of setbacks along the way, but you want to make sure he's 100%, you want to make sure he's okay, and he's got a very long career ahead of him, and yeah, just slow and steady, I suppose, is the way. It's disappointing because we were all looking forward to seeing him, and I keep saying how good I think this guy is going to be, but he's still a bit away. But Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, that's some good news, I suppose. We're going to probably see him towards the end of the season. There was an article in the Echo I wanted to talk to you guys about. They ran an article saying that this summer the Reds will be in need of an elite striker, given that Dominic Solanke and Danny Ings have been sold. Sturridge might leave for free, and Divock Origi's departure looks likely. They went on to look at the options and ran some, is it Y-Scout or W-Y-Scout? I think it's Y-Scout analytics over the list of potential signings, and the signings are the players that they looked at were Iñaki Williams, Timo Werner, Luka Jovic, Andre Silva, Florian Thauvin, Maxwell Cornet and Nicolas Pepe. Now, based on their findings, the most ideal striker for Liverpool's system was Timo Werner, followed by a wildcard option of Jovic. Werner's numbers surprisingly actually beat Mohamed Salah's numbers in some areas over the past year, indicating that the German's output is considerably high. So in terms of shots per 90 minutes, Timo Werner averages 3.63 shots compared to Mohamed Salah's 3.5, and Timo Werner's expected goals per 90 minutes is also a little bit higher at 0.64 versus Salah's 0.55. So look, the gist of that basically is that they looked at a shit ton of forwards, and it seems that the most suitable player for Liverpool's system, based on these W-Y-Scout analytics, seem to show that Timo Werner is the man. And go get Timo Werner, please, Mr. Klopp and Mr. Edwards and Mr. everybody else at the club. So yes, deliver me Timo Werner, please, and that will do very nicely. But it's good to know that the player we're talking about and that most of us seem to think would suit, it's backed up by statistics there, and they show that he probably is the right man for the job. So really good to hear that one. Love your thoughts on it. Love to let me know if you think there's another forward out there that would suit Liverpool a little bit better. Sign Aaron Moy, said Chris. Pass. I don't think he's quite good enough. That's the Australian guy that plays for Huddersfield, isn't it? He can score some worldies, but he's not Liverpool quality. What else we got? Seller released Lallana, said somebody else. The debate on Sky Sports is pretty good. It can be alright, but they don't have some gobshites on it, pal. I mean, I've seen some real fucking arseholes on there. Stuart Pearce. Yeah. It's a good... The idea of the show is good. I love and it's a good show to add to the catalogue of shows that you have on Sky, but some of the people that they've on there are absolute clowns. You do the late night show, Craig. I certainly would. I would have no problem doing that show. I could show Robbie and the guys at AFTV that run that do that other show how to do it properly, if given the chance. What else we got? We should give Kenny a game. Tell him to get his boots back and score a hat-trick. Just don't get... I can't even say his name. Ian, I can't say his name. On here? No. I've said that before. I'm never going to work with that channel. Ever. In any way, shape or form. Milner against Zaha. Can't lie, I'm worried, said Louis. Don't be, mate. He's got Van Dijk alongside him. It'll be all tickety-boo. The ball bag from Arsenal had a football fan show. It's shy, Dave. To be fair, I've seen that show. It's shy. Absolute shy. Sorry, But that's my opinion. I watched a couple of times and I just thought this could have been so much better. There isn't a fucking ounce of charisma from anybody on that show. Not even an ounce of it. Myself and Connor have this joke where we talk about machismo levels of people, and yeah, the machismo meter just wasn't taking over for those gents, I'm afraid. It was all too much. Look at me, I'm a geezer, where, cheeky chappy, all that bollocks. There's just no personality, no charisma, no comedic timing, just fucking nothing. It was just crap, to be fair. Klopp said Ox could play this season as he's working on his fitness. No more swelling with the injury, said Jose. Does that mean Ox wouldn't get a medal if we won the league? To get a medal, you've got to play 5 league games. Now, that can be as a substitute. You just have to make 5 appearances in the league. Funnily enough, Kleiny has made 4 and he's gone on loan, so he'd be 1 short. But yeah, you'd hope that he'd get the minutes, wouldn't you? Ox is going to return in 2 or 3 weeks. I doubt it. Maybe training. I mean, he's sort of back fully training now, but he won't be on the field in 2 or 3 weeks, I don't think. What about Copa 90 in the States? I'm embarrassed to say I don't know what that is. Pondon soccer. I'm sorry. Excuse my ignorance, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. Do you support an Irish team? No, I don't. Shelburne growing up would have been somebody I had a fondness for, but it would be rude of me to say I support them. West Ham are going to bid for Bellotti. Yeah, he's a good player. Really impressed me when I watched us against Torino, and a lot of people were talking about him last year in the league as well. Okay, there's a couple of chats I think I've missed. A couple of super chats I've seen pop up. Oh, thank you, Kev, for the super chat, mate. Thank you very much. I've seen another one. Oh, there it is as well. Have you seen Irving Lozano's stats this season? He's a goal contribution almost every game, said Jamie Kelly. And thank you, Jamie, for the super chat. I have seen little bits and pieces of him playing for PSV. Loads of people in the summer were speaking very highly of him as well. And he seems to have carried that good form into this season. I think, is it Furno? It could be for somebody has been banging the drum for this guy for a while. And he's having a very, very good season, Jamie. And it's shocking that not many top clubs have really gone in for him. But no, I haven't seen his stats, but I will have a read of them. And thank you for drawing that to my attention. Craig, you're going to be supporting America now when you move? Well, I don't support Ireland now, really, when it comes to international football, mate. So I really doubt it. Mexico. I'll be more Mexico. Did you hear about Jose and his digs at United? All I heard him say was that he wasn't going to retire. That's the only thing I've heard. At least Richard Keys doesn't work for Sky. Yeah, he works for beIN though, so he's still got a cushy job. I absolutely fucking despise hairy hands. He's a dinosaur. Him and Andy Gray. There's no place in football for those guys anymore. They're past it. They are what that fucking Gillette ad was aimed at, actually. They should have just put their 2 faces on the ad and say, there you go, get rid of these pricks, and then we're good to go. Skeleton may talk to you tomorrow. Paul Merson changes his mind weekly. Yeah, he does. He's a strange individual, Mr. Merson. Abramovich losing interest in Chelsea due to visa issues. Real not signing Galacticos. Chelsea loans. Love Fenway Sports Group. Run our club properly. You know what, Robbie, mate? It's a fair show. It's a fair show. The Abramovich thing is very interesting, isn't it? I mean, he's now an Israeli citizen, I believe. Couldn't get a visa in London, as you said, or in the UK, excuse me. Pulled the plug on the stadium. They gave some bullshit excuse as to why they did it. Real Madrid not signing Galacticos anymore, and Barcelona as well, Robbie, we should include in this as well. Both those clubs aren't the financial powerhouses that they once were. Still very, very big clubs and very attractive to footballers, of course. Chelsea loans, yeah, it's a bit strange. We went back through Chelsea's list of strikers that they purchased in the Abramovich era, I think 2 shows ago, and it didn't make for pretty reading either. But we've taken our time to get here as well, to be fair. It hasn't all been champagne and skittles for Liverpool. We've got here slowly but surely, and the thing I love about us being where we are now is that we're here for the long term. We're here with players, a young squad, and Kloppo's building for the future, and I absolutely fucking love that. Makes me so happy with that man in charge. Guys, look, another shout out tonight. We've just ticked over 7,400 subs. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Help us grow the channel. Drop a like on the stream as well. What do you get, by the way, if you do hit the subscribe button? Well, you get watch-alongs of every Liverpool game. You get nightly streams on here at about 10 o'clock. And some other little bits and pieces, some other shorter videos as well along the way. But most importantly, you get to meet some really, really sound people, which is why I do this. Palace deserve a good Irish slapping, said Danny. A slapping. Thank you, Jose. That's really kind of you, mate. Thank you so much. And Far Isle as well. Thank you. I haven't got... There it is. Let's start a support train. Thank you very much, mate. You're really, really kind. I know, like everybody, I mean, money doesn't fucking grow on trees these days. So thank you guys so much for your kind donations. Really appreciate it. Cork City till I die. Have you seen the third kit for this season, or the rumoured Cork City third kit, mate? I not gonna lie, I nearly had to clean my trousers when I seen it. It's that nice. If that is the third kit for Cork, I'm fucking buying it. I am buying it without a shadow of a doubt. I'm probably gonna buy 2 or 3 of them. It's good in case I get one dirty. It's that nice. Some more little bits and pieces as well, guys. I don't know if you remember this before, but Liverpool fans can now be in with a chance of winning a huge cash prize and signed merchandise by playing the LFC Foundation Lottery. It starts again this weekend. Every lottery ticket purchased helps the foundation achieve its mission of creating life-changing opportunities for children and young people, with all net proceeds equally split between the club's official charity and a single jackpot winner. An LFC Foundation draw takes place at every single Reds home match, with the winning numbers announced on the LFC Foundation Lottery website, which is foundation.liverpoolfc.com, on Twitter at LFC Lottery, or on Facebook, which is the same, at LFC Lottery. So look, have a look on there. As I said, if you want to maybe win some money, give some money to the LFC Foundation. The website is foundation.liverpoolfc.com, and they're on Twitter and Facebook as well at LFC Lottery. So yeah, Liverpool Lottery is back. Your chance to win some money perhaps and give some money to a very good cause, or good causes along the way. So again, I spotted that today, so I thought I'd let you guys know about it just in case you missed it. Have I anything else that I've missed on tonight's stream? I think I've gone through all of my list. Yeah, I've gone through all of my list. Now time to get through some more of your comments. Who is Kevlar, Craig? Looking for £5 to subscribe. I don't understand. You've lost me. There's no... Lowly, you've absolutely lost me on this one. There's no money to subscribe here. Click the button. It's free. I think Kev is the guy that runs our Instagram account, and he's the guy on here, as you can see. But I think he's just was more asking people to. I don't think he's trying to say you need to pay it to subscribe, because as you can clearly see, it's free. It's free for everybody to click the button. It wasn't me who talked about Lozano, but I spoke about Ziyech a lot. He's a quality player. I remember a good old Irish team that used to be LFC's feeding, Home Farm. I played against them many, many times, and still a very well run club. Cork City and Dundalk are both good to watch. They are indeed, mate. Two very good footballing sides, to be fair. Can't wait to see Mourinho tomorrow on beIN Sports. He's probably going to say if Chelsea win, all the goals are offside. Ref was a joke. Graham Keys said that Salah is starting to get a reputation for diving after the Brighton game. I've seen that, and they can both go to fucking hell. Copper 90 originated in the UK. It's a popular full-time YouTube media channel. Thank you very much, mate. Again, as I said, I'm so ignorant towards so many things on YouTube, because I'm really new to this. Other than this, I don't really watch much other stuff on YouTube or interact with other people, because this takes up all my free time, and I'm happy to give my free time to this because I love it. Brewster and Werner next season would be awesome, said AS Empire. Martin Tyler is toxic, said Sean Anthony. But he's not a United fan, Sean. That's really important that they say that. I watched the Tyson pod last night live, waiting for Craig to come live. I'm looking for, or the Tyson Fury one, or is this, no, Mike Tyson, sorry, you're talking about Mike Tyson. I haven't listened to that one yet, Jose. I'm looking forward to, I'll actually listen to it tonight when I'm finished on here. It's a shorter one though. I think it's about an hour and 30 minutes compared to the other ones on Joe Rogan, which are usually about 2 or 3 hours. Okay, what else have we got? Crystal Palace review. Review? Preview. Review is after the game. Or if you're asking, will there be one? Yes, absolutely. Watch along starts at about 2:45 tomorrow, a little bit later than I normally do. And then the post-match show or review will be straight afterwards, and it'll be a separate show. I'll take about a 10-minute break, and then I'll come back on for that one. And then I'll be back on again tomorrow night for the late night agenda. So busy day tomorrow. With all these guys asking to subscribe to the channel, what's going on, Craig? Nobody's asking you to subscribe to anything, Lola. People are giving super chat money from their own pockets, and they're saying other people, if you can do the same. I think I'm just trying to read between the lines here, but nobody is making you or asking you to do anything that you don't want to do, Lola. I think you've just misread the entire situation, if I'm being honest. The physio we got from City made Trent a new knee from the tears of rival fans. Love that, Lukey boy. Craig, what's your favourite third kit of any team? Mine's Barcelona's. Ours is pretty shit. I love our third kit. This year, it's fucking one of my favourite jerseys of all time. Absolutely love this year's third kit. It reminds me of my first ever jersey, which was the 1990 Candy one. Favourite third kit? It's a tough question. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, mate. I haven't got the brain power at this moment in time to think through enough third kits. But there has been some belters. Predictions for the Chelsea-Arsenal game. 2-2. 2-2 for me, Origi. Kev said, my pal has a t-shirt company. I'm going to get one done saying tickety boo. In my humble opinion. Hashtag in my humble opinion. And hashtag Doherty. Yeah. Please do, Kev. Why not? And what about hashtag chav for a chav? There you go. It's a thing of beauty. Prefer the UCC sponsorship to Clonakilty sausages, to be honest. Yeah, that third kick, Pat. Oh, mate. It would definitely be the nicest League of Ireland shirt I've ever seen. Ever. It's so nice. Can you do me a favour, Pat? If you've got your finger on the pulse, mate. So if you see the kit pop up on the site or anything, can you just come on here and drop me a line to let me know what's available for sale? I checked the other day and they only had the home one and they were announcing the black one, but I really want to get that third one as soon as it goes on sale because it's beautiful. I'm French and I hope Liverpool are champions in 2019. Excuse my English, Papa. You're welcome, mate. Welcome to the channel, and no need to excuse yourself at all. Your English was perfectly fine, and like you, buddy, I hope Liverpool go and win the league this year as well. Thank you for coming on, and I hope you subscribe. But thank you for your comments tonight, and welcome. Jose said it's free to subscribe. We've been here a good while and have a family mentality sometimes, so that's why we act like we do. I think she's just picking up wrong on what's going on, if I'm being honest. And look, I mean, I get confused at so many things, so I'm not having a go. The green crown paints. Oh yeah, I get you. That was nice. I'm trying to think. Do you know what was one of my favourite Liverpool ones was? Do you remember the gold one with the little black crests all over it? It was this 96, I think, the same year as the chessboard green and white kit, or the one I like to remember Robbie Fowler with bleach blonde hair in. The year of that kit, did we have the gold one with the 3 black bands around the arm and the little black crests all over it? That was one of my favourites. Craig, do you say tickety boo because of the dodgy alarm clock that used to go off every night? No. Why the fuck do I say tickety boo? I don't know why I say tickety boo. I honestly don't know. I say ahoy hoy because of The Simpsons, but tickety boo, I have no idea why I say it. Will do. They've still not updated to the new ones. There's a new red away one and the white one. I've seen the black one. Pat, have you seen the black one? The black Cork City one. They said black is back or something like that on the site. Our third kit reminds me of the one we beat United 4-1 in Old Trafford in 09. Said LFC_5. That was a decent kit as well, to be fair. Yeah, I can understand that one. But to me, it's the 1990 Candy one that it most reminds me of. Make me a mod. No. There you go. I mean, you could have asked so much nicer than that. Yeah, that ain't happening. What are you talking about? How much do you pay an hour? Oh, to be a mod. Oh, a lot. Oh, it's fucking mega money, mate. Honestly, they're all driving Lambos. I hate the Turkish president, but if I speak out on anyone, they get imprisoned or killed. Is that Erdogan? Is he still the Turkish president? Again, I'm not saying anything ill of Turkey. I'm going there on my holidays in July. Very, very happy to be going back to Turkey. Anyone know the best methods to record Blu-ray movies on VCR? I haven't got a clue, Toady, mate. I am a cabbage when it comes to stuff like this. Peter Drury is 1,000 times the commentator that Martin Tyler is. He's unbiased and doesn't, I'm not reading that last part, doesn't perform fellatio on a certain ex-manager from Manchester United. Are we with New Balance next season? I think so. Some people have said they believe the club are eyeing up a new deal with a different manufacturer. All I've heard is that there's another year or so and possibly even an extension on the New Balance one. This channel is savage compared to that agenda-driven AFTV or self-obsessed Goldbridge. Well, look, to be fair, I like Mark. He's been very good to us. Yeah, so AFTV, look, I don't want to slag anybody off. I've given my opinion on the channel enough now that I'm trying to cut back because I'm trying to wind down on my anger. But I agree with most of what you said, but I do like Mark Goldbridge, to be fair. He's a nice fella. Ferno gets £5 a day for the channel, and that's after tax as well. There you go. Guys, we've got about 10 minutes left or so, so if you have any more comments, please let me know. Picked up a nice quality fake Liverpool shirt for the young fella, almost identical to an authentic one, has Adidas all over it, sound. There has been some belters over the year. I've seen some people with some really good quality fake shirts. Not that I encourage anybody to buy a fake shirt while I'm on YouTube, not at all. I watched an ad about Chelsea all the way through. Whew, well done to you, but oof, I feel your pain. There's a company in Amsterdam doing nice retro shirts. Oh yes, Kappa. I know about Kappa Pa. I've seen them. They do make some really nice shirts. And some nice tracksuit tops, I think, as well, if memory serves. But I definitely know about that company. It's a grand minimum to be a mod. If you pay more, you get extra powers. Yeah, exactly. I mean, invisibility is top of the scale. Isn't it 20 minutes? What? Until we finish? No, I'm finishing up early, mate. A few minutes early because I'm absolutely wrecked. And I have a busy day ahead of me tomorrow. I'll be on from about 2:45 until, with the post-match show, probably 6. And then I'll be on from 10 till 12. So about 5-6 hours worth of content tomorrow. Been trying to get bleach stain out of my... Oh, you're not getting bleach out of anything, mate. I don't think. Once it's bleached, you're fucked. Fan Park Live was literally the shittest thing I've ever seen in my life, said Alpha G. The black Cork City top is for sale, but only in kid sizes. It's not the black one I was looking for, David. It's the third kit. They haven't released it yet. It looks like the sort of like the German kit from Italia 90, but it's in Cork City colours. It's really nice. Craig, just be happy. There's a good thing to remember. Virgil goes for the volley, out of play, game over. Divock Origi for the win. Oh, beautiful. Still, Virgil turning away from that is one of the moments of the game before he looks back and sees the ball bouncing off the bar. Because little Jordan Pickford and his little T-Rex arms couldn't quite knock it over. You think Real Madrid might go after Klopp? No. There is not a hope in hell he would manage Real Madrid. Not a chance. He just wouldn't agree with the philosophies of the club. It just wouldn't be for him. He's too much of a socialist, I think, at heart to go and manage Real Madrid. I can't believe Trent is back, said Ferno. He was meant to be out for 4 weeks. Manchester physio was doing something. yeah, it's great to have him back. Even if he doesn't play tomorrow, which I don't expect him to, it would be, yeah, be nice to have him back. Right, I might as well give you guys a guess at the team for tomorrow before we finish up. So look, put yours in the chat. If you have any, let me know. I'm going to go for Alisson, Milner, Van Dijk, Matip, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson. I'm torn between Keita or Shaqiri, so it's one or the other of those two. And then the front three. That's my guess at tomorrow's 11. If Coutinho comes back, which he won't, do you think Mane will go right wing? It's not coming back, so it's not worth the conversation. To be honest, mate, he definitely isn't coming back 100%. Mike Tyson's opening a weed ranch in 2022 with a wellness centre. Do you think we'll ever see one in Ireland? I had that conversation about legalising cannabis with my wife the other day, mate. It has to happen. It has to. I know that Leo Varadkar is supposed to be looking at something at the minute to around. Do you remember that young lady that had seizures and the stuff in cannabis was supposed, not the THC, there was something else in it, was renowned for helping her with her seizures. Was it, or was that the CBD oil? Maybe that was the CBD oil. I hope so. Recessionizer. I think it has to. There's so many benefits to it, and I've yet to see anybody get into much trouble from smoking weed. I've never seen anybody fight smoking weed. There's not been one reported death in the world from cannabis. It amazes me how alcohol can be legal and the damage it does in society. And look, both my parents died because of alcohol. Yeah, it baffles me that's because it's a taxable thing. I suppose that's the easy answer. It has to become legal in the next few years. It just has to. It'll be a proud day for me when it happens, because I'll be the first one in the fucking queue at the shop. Klopp hates Real Madrid but probably likes Atleti. Whatever happened to Divock in the future, he's a Liverpool legend for scoring that goal. He's always going to go down in folklore for that one, mate. Benteke firing warnings to Liverpool. He probably missed Lola. They probably ended up in Manchester, those warnings. Okay, what have we got? Ferno's gone. Alisson, Robbo, VVD, Matip, Milner, Keita, Fabinho, Shaqiri, Mane, Bobby and Salah. Sean Anthony has a weed farm. There you go, mate. Is it time for harvest yet? Do you need anyone to help pick? John's gone. Alisson, Milner, Fabinho, VVD, Robbo, Hendo, Keita, Genie, and then the front three. And Scotty's gone. Alisson, Milner, Matip, Van Dijk, Robbo, Fabinho, Hendo, Keita, Mo, Mane, Bobby and Salah. CBD. Thank you, Jose. I thought that was it, alright. Got Cool's gone. Alisson, Robbo, Van Dijk, Matip, Milner, Fabinho, Hendo, Keita, Firmino, Mane and Salah. Anthony's Alisson, Milner, Matip and Imran, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Keita, Shaqiri, although Anthony's gone Naby, Shaqiri, and then the front three. See, I killed two birds with one stone there because you only had one player different. CBD oil is legal in the UK. I think it's legal in Ireland now, to be fair. I'm fairly sure CBD oil is legal in Ireland at this point. You get lung cancer, but it still should be legal. I don't know, do you? How can you get lung cancer if you eat it, mate? You know, there's different ways of ingesting it. What age am I? 37, Sean. 37. Alisson, Robbo, VVD, Matip, Milner, Fabinho, Hendo, Keita, Mane, Salah and Firmino for Dave Serene. Do you think the managerless Huddersfield will do a job on City? No, I think they're going to get their ass handed to them. I think it'll be a very easy afternoon for City. Weed is healthier than sugar, but guess which one is allowed? Look, there's a lot of benefits to it. And again, there will be people far more educated than me to make this argument. Papa doesn't like a single team in France, but he likes Barca because of Messi. I prefer NBA and I love the fans of Liverpool. Well, we love you too, mate, and welcome in, as I said earlier on. I smoked weed in my younger days, Craig, and it either made you hungry or chilled out, nothing addictive about it. exactly. That's the thing. If I had to sit down with my daughter, and I've got a daughter that turned 15 this year, if I had to sit down with her and have a conversation around her having a drink or smoking weed, I tell you which way I think you know which direction I would lead her towards, because I would be much less concerned about her going down one particular direction than the other, shall we say. Weed can be a demotivator for some people and affect on mental health. Yes, there is absolutely that, Anthony. That can't be overlooked. You're right. That certainly can. But alcohol is infinitely more debilitating on both on people's health and their mental health and their life and their income and their jobs and so much more, mate. But yeah, it's still allowed. Can buy weed in a cafe in Waterford. Can you get your blah with it as well? Your Waterford blah. My bird is Polish, said Sean. There you go. Skipper dog just in from the gym, followed by 7 pints in the pub. Love it. I know. It would have been smarter to stay in, but fuck it, mate. You've earned it, haven't you? It's the weekend. Enjoy yourself. Some science shows weed is good for the respiratory system. It's the tobacco that isn't. Well, I would always skip the tobacco, Jose, in my personal circumstance. Van Aanholt said he's going to shut down Salah. Let's see if he can shut his mouth, mate. That's what he needs to do. I always find it funny when everyone gives it the big one before they play us. It's hilarious, and then they go back with their tail between their legs. Craig, I've pulled the limo around the back of the studio tonight, so when you're finished, don't go out the front doors, it's packed with fans. No problem, Kev, no problem. I'll go out the back. Good man, have you got the copter ready? I need to head off on the chopper. Do you think we'll get Wan-Bissaka in the summer, or somebody a bit older? I don't know, Ferno. I honestly haven't got a clue, but we do need a fullback. I'm looking forward to seeing Wan-Bissaka tomorrow and see how he gets on. Bloom Coffee Shop in Wexford. Check it out, he said. Might do, because one of the guys in our chat here is from Waterford, so we might pop down sometime and pop into the shop. It's illegal due to the pharmaceutical industry blocking it because it kills cancer cells. There's a bit more to it than that, John. You're not a million miles away from my way of thinking, mate, but there's a little bit more to it than that. It's to do as well with grading it and stuff like that. But look, you're right. It shouldn't be. Get you the Craig copter. Yeah, I bought the Babel copter second hand. I bought off El Babel, so yeah, it's nice and cheap. May you have a happy life. Thank you, Falson. Same to you, mate. I wish everybody a happy life, of course. Doing any meetups, Baldy? Yeah, in Liverpool, Sean. We'll be there for the last game of the season, so I'm hoping to do a live show for that one. So I'm gonna wait a little bit closer to see what the options are. But yeah, it's already booked for us, so we're definitely over there. Flights booked, accommodation booked, so we'll be in Liverpool. But again, we're happy to travel over to any supporters club to meet any of you guys. Just give us the nod and we'll jump on a plane and we'll be there. We just want to make sure it's all legit and above board beforehand. But yeah, we're happy to travel over and film a watch along of the game with you guys. Interview your supporters club, interview your mates, video it all, of course, put it on the channel and let people see why Liverpool fans are the best in the world. Guys, I am going to call it a night. I'm absolutely wrecked. My eyes are closing here. If you're watching, guys, and you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. For those of you that have, thank you very much. But don't forget to drop a like on the stream before you head off. I'll be back tomorrow at 2:45 PM UK time for the watch along of the Liverpool game against Crystal Palace. I'll also do a post-match show after that, and then I'll be back here tomorrow night at 10:15 for the late night agenda. Enjoy the rest of what's left of your Friday, guys, and I'll chat to you tomorrow. If I don't see you for the game, enjoy it, and hopefully I'll catch up with you really soon. But thank you for all your support as usual, guys. Thank you for those people that sent in super chats and stuff tonight. Love your families, look after your loved ones, and up the motherfucking Reds.